Everybody got that? The Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. Let me brief you about the beginning. What's the purpose? That Christ felt it necessary to find a church or found a church of Israelites. There was a group of Israelites. There was a nation of Israelites that was on the planet during the time that Christ walked the earth, but all of them did not follow Christ. Do everybody understand that? All of them did not recognize Jesus Christ as the God of the Bible. Do everybody understand that? So there was already an order that was running. That order was running from the ancient days during the time of Moses, when the Lord our God gave the commandments to the Israelites, which commandments they did not keep. So what Jesus Christ felt was necessary, that he had to separate another group that was going to follow him, of tribes now. And that was going to let the whole world know what is the purpose and the meaning of life and what is God all about. Do everybody understand that? This is where the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ come from. Why that was necessary? Because people was catching hell during the time that Christ walked the earth. They were ignorant. They was incredibly ignorant. I like to use that word, incredibly ignorant. And wicked, okay? And people walked after the imaginations of their own heart. They did whatever they thought was right. It's kind of like the world you're living in today. The world you're living in today is just, to the 10th power of evil from what the world Christ was walking around in. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? So Christ was coming to let them know that God had a different plan. And this is the mission of the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. Everybody got that? Let me brief you about the beginning. Let's go to the book of Matthew, chapter 4. Matthew, chapter 4. So whenever somebody asks you about the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ and what is it about, this is the class that you need to give them. Everybody understand that? You need to go in this understanding and give them this, okay? Because it begins during the time of Jesus Christ, over 2,000 years ago. The reason for it is right here, Matthew chapter 4, verse 16. Read it.
The people which sat in darkness.
Read it one more time.
The people which sat in darkness.
Read it again.
The people which sat in darkness.
Read on.
Saw a great light.
Read on.
And to them which sat in the region and shadow of death.
Read on.
Light is sprung up.
Okay, so that great light was Jesus the Christ. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? All right, read it one more time.
The people which sat in darkness.
Read on.
Saw a great light.
Okay, what's darkness? The people that sat in darkness, what is that representing? What is that representing? It's representing a place, okay? A place. Everybody got that? Of unimaginable evil. When you talk about darkness, a dark place, that's an unimaginable wicked place. And it represents a place of incredible stupidity, ignorance. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? So what Christ is saying is people sat in a wicked place. The people he's talking about is the tribes of the nation of Israel. Get the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Hold that. I'm going to tell you what place that is that they sat in that was wicked. Get the book of Job, chapter 9, verse 24. And read that real quick. Y'all could just write that down and reference it. Job, chapter 9, verse 24. Read it.
The earth is given into the hand of the wicked.
So where's that wicked place, everybody? What is that wicked place? Read it one more time.
The earth,
come on,
is given into the hand of the wicked.
Okay, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You got another one in the book of Isaiah chapter 60. Get Isaiah chapter 60. Y'all could go there on that one. Everybody get the book of Isaiah chapter 60. We want a good understanding on why is the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ here. During this time, the Lord seen it fit to start what we are currently ongoing in right now, which is the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ. Isaiah chapter 60, verse 1. Read it.
Arise.
Come on.
Shine.
Read on.
For thy light is come.
Again, this is talking to the Israelites, the ones that is miserable on earth. Miserable because they don't have God in that world. So what Christ is telling them to do now is time to stand up. Don't sit in darkness, but arise and shine, for your light has come. Read on.
And the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee.
Yeah, God's glory is only revealed to the nation of Israel. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Let's go to the book of Romans chapter 9. Romans chapter 9. And this has been the intentions from the very beginning. for the glory of God to be upon the nation of Israel, upon the Israelites. Get the book of Romans chapter 9. Everybody got that? And let's start at verse 19. Actually, start at verse 20. Romans chapter 9, verse 20. Read that for me, please.
Nay, but, O man,
come on.
Who art thou that replies against God?
Who art thou that replies against God? When most people, most heathens find out the truth, they find out that the Lord of heaven and earth, the creator of all men, is not their God. They start to speak against him. Do everybody understand that? And the scripture says, nay, but, O man, who art thou that repliest against God? Read on.
Shall the thing formed say to him that formed it?
Read on.
Why hast thou made me thus?
Read on.
Have not the potter power over the clay?
Read on.
Or the same lump to make one vessel unto honor?
That lump is flesh. One vessel was made to honor, which is the nation of Israel. Read on.
And another unto dishonor.
The other vessel of dishonor is the Edomites and the heathens, all nations on the planet. Do everybody understand that? Read on.
What if God, willing to show his wrath?
Is God willing to show his wrath? Of course he is. Is God willing to show his wrath? According to the book of Zephaniah, what did the Lord say? Wait ye upon me, right? Until the day that I rise up to the prey. For his determination is to assemble the kingdoms that he may pour upon them his fierce wrath and all of his indignation. So God is willing to show his wrath. Read on.
And to make his power known.
Come on.
Endured with much long suffering.
Read on.
The vessels of wrath.
Read it one more time.
The vessels of wrath.
Read it again.
The vessels of wrath.
Read on.
Fitted to destruction.
Okay, so that vessels of wrath is Esau and the nations. Everybody understand that? Read on.
And that he might make known the riches of his glory.
Okay, so this is the point why we came here. The glory is only to be revealed to the Israelites. And that he might make known the riches of his glory. Read on.
On the vessels of mercy.
According to the book of Isaiah chapter 14 verse 1, what does the Lord say? That he will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel. Do everybody understand that? So he's going to make known. He's going to make known when you read the book of, verse 23, that he's going to make known the riches of his glory on the vessels of mercy, which are the Israelites. Read on.
Which he had afore prepared.
Read it one more time.
Which he had afore prepared.
Read on.
Unto glory.
Okay, let's go back. And let's look at the book of Isaiah chapter 60 one more time. Isaiah chapter 60. And let's read it from the top.
Arise, shine.
Read on.
For thy light is come.
It's time for the Israelites that believe in God, that know the Bible is true, that believe in Jesus Christ, that believe in every word of Jesus Christ to stand up. Because their light is come. Do everybody understand that? Their glory is coming. Read on.
And the glory of the Lord
Read on.
is risen upon thee.
Read on.
For behold,
Read on.
the darkness.
Read it again.
The darkness.
Read it one more time.
The darkness.
Read on.
Shall cover the earth.
What is the darkness again, everybody? Unimaginable evil. Okay. Everybody got that, right? An incredible ignorance. All right. Read it one more time.
For behold,
come on,
the darkness shall cover the earth.
Read on.
And gross darkness the people.
Read on.
But the Lord shall rise upon thee.
Meaning they gonna stay in ignorance. They gonna stay. All the population of the earth that don't accept Jesus Christ is gonna stay in that evil. But the ones that don't accept the world, don't accept the ways of the world, don't follow Satan, the Lord is going to bring them out and he's going to bring them back, and the glory of God is going to be upon them. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Read it again. Read verse 2 one more time.
For behold,
come on,
the darkness shall cover the earth.
Come on.
And gross darkness the people.
The people are going to be left in that darkness, in that evil, and in that ignorance. Read on.
But the Lord shall arise upon thee.
But the Israelites that come into the truth, they're not going to be left in that wickedness or in that ignorance. Read on.
And his glory shall be seen upon thee.
And people are going to clearly be able to see that there's something different about these people. Do everybody understand that? That's the Israelites that come back into the truth. Let's go back to the book of Matthew chapter 4. Matthew chapter 4. And let's read the 16th verse one more time. Matthew chapter 4, verse 16. As I'm going through this class, which I usually advise or people within the class, is make sure you write down the scripture. Try not to go and get the scripture until you actually got it down on paper, because I'm gonna be going kind of fast through this. Do everybody understand that? And I want to make sure that you got all the scriptures written down so you're able to go back to it and go over it when you study. Everybody understand that? Okay, again, let's go to Matthew chapter 4, verse 16. Read it.
The people which sat in darkness.
Come on.
Saw a great light.
Okay, so those people is talking about the Israelites that was going to was ordained to come into the truth. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Let's get the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 11. In the Bible, Ecclesiastes chapter 11. And we're going to read the book of Ecclesiastes chapter 11. And we're going to start at the 8th verse. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 8. Actually, read verse 7. Ecclesiastes chapter 11, verse 7 and 8. Read that.
Truly, the light is sweet.
Read on.
And a pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun.
Okay, in allegory and in symbolism, this is dealing with the wisdom of God, and the light is Jesus Christ. Everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Read on.
But if a man live many years,
read on,
and rejoice in them all.
And if a man live long and rejoice in all of the years that he have stayed alive, that he was alive, read on.
Yet let him remember the days of darkness.
The Lord said, don't forget about the days of darkness. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? So what the Lord is telling the Israelites that's coming into the truth, don't forget about how evil it is and how ignorant it is out there. Because when you forget, you get drawn back into the negativity. Do everybody understand that? Everybody got that? Read that one more time.
Verse 8.
Come on.
But if a man live many years,
come on,
and rejoice in them all,
read on.
Yet let him remember the days of darkness.
Read on.
For they shall be many.
Read it again.
For they shall be many.
Read it one more time.
For they shall be many.
Who can tell me what's some of the things that takes place in darkness? Does it show me that you remember the days of darkness? Adultery, murder, homosexuals, robbery, fornication, lies, not keeping the laws of God, haters of God, oppression. See, most people forgot. Most people forgot the days of darkness. I'm hit you with something. And it's amazing how Satan deceived the hearts of the simple. Okay. Everything that you are so-called unhappy about is part of those days of darkness. Everything that you cry about is part of those days of darkness. I mean, when I said, give me some of the things that take place in darkness, this room should have been in an uproar. I should have been like, okay, the Shema. But you're forgetting that those are the days of darkness. The reason why you're forgetting that is because you don't want to realize that you have allowed yourself to slip back in that darkness. You don't want to believe that. You want to believe that you're in the light. But if you're in the light, then why are you dealing with the things that's in darkness? You ain't supposed to be doing that. We're going to go through another scripture as I continue to teach. We're going to get to it. I'm trying to stay focused, so, because this need to be precepted, okay? Where Christ said, I pray that you should take them not out of the world, but that you keep them from the evil that is in the world, right? So Christ prayed that you don't go through the things that everybody else go through in this gross darkness, right? But then he also tells you that if you're going to be happy and you're going to enjoy your life, then you better remember those days. Because if you ain't going to remember them, then how you going to know you slipping? When you start to slip back into darkness, how you going to know you slipping when you don't even know what darkness is? Let's get some of the prophets. Some of the prophets describes what takes place in darkness. And let's see if some of these things sound familiar. Let's go to the book of Job.